Hello again, and welcome to another segment of Girl Talk. I'm Carol White, and along with my production crew, Sherry Spillane, Linda Taylor, and Mike Miller, we hope to bring you the next half hour as informative and entertaining. For today's subject, we're talking about women in racquetball. Now, before we bring our four gals out, I'd like to first introduce my first guest, who's Al Saboter from the Colonial Hills Racquetball Club. Manager, right, Al?
That's right.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Carol. Thank you for having me here on Girl Talk. I'll answer any questions you want me to answer. Try to be as formative as possible.
Okay, well, why don't we explain a little bit to our viewing audience what the game of racquetball is about?
Okay, the game of racquetball is a very simple game. It is played in an enclosed room. The dimensions are 20 by 20 by 40. Okay, the object of the game is to hit the ball against the front wall, coming off the front wall, bouncing once, and your opponent hitting it after that. And it's just a volley game. The game's played to 21, and it's very simple. Rules are very simple. Rules of the game all revolve around the serve. After the serve is done properly, by bouncing the ball, hitting it directly against the front wall, your opponent hits it, then everything goes from there. The rules are not difficult at all. That's basically it about the rules. Physically, you can't find a more sport demanding from your body as far as helping your cardiovascular system, which is your heart and your arteries and things like that.
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to help you with, really.
I first came into the Colonial Hills Racquetball Club myself about a year ago, promising myself that 1981 was going to be a very physical year for me, and just hoping really to lose a few inches. I did just that, but I walked in without having ever held a racket in my hand. And who's the first guy I see at the front desk? Al. And of course I signed up immediately. Isn't he cute? Anyway, I had verbally, I think, asked you a little bit about the game and how to hold the racket, and you were so generous with your time to explain just that little bit, and then I played for a while. And it was some weeks after that that I signed up for a private lesson, or a semi-private lesson. And I think that helped a lot, rather than take that lesson immediately, because I knew nothing about the sport, and then it would be like an overload input. You know what I mean? To just take a lesson immediately and not know what the heck you were talking about.
Well, most of the people that work at the club they know the sport very well. So when we see a newcomer come in, we try to make them enthused about the sport, whether it's losing weight or just plain exercise or looking for something to do. So the other people at the desk, we're happy when someone comes in and asks a question, because we want to help them. And as far as taking a lesson, you should take a lesson in the very beginning of the game, because you want to learn the basics right. If you go out and play the game first and you pick up bad habits, then you come back and want a lesson, and then you have to break a bad habit, which is it's a lot harder to break a bad habit than learn a good habit. So you should take a lesson to start with. You had mentioned that you came in to lose a few inches.
Yeah.
It's a proven fact that a 1 hour of racquetball is equivalent, for example, of 3 hours of tennis. It's equivalent to 3 miles of jogging. And as far as calorie burn up, playing against someone on the same skill level as yourself, you can burn up approximately 750 calories in a 1 hour workout.
That's the way you play, Al. Not the way I play.
No, like I said, on different levels.
Yeah.
You play against someone on your level, you can get the same amount of workout as I can playing against someone on my level. That's what makes the sport so good.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, I go out and run and sweat a lot. It just makes it look like I'm having a better workout. But I'm sure if we would measure the calorie burn up, they'd be very, very similar. Someone on your same level, like you've been playing a year now, so now you know the rules, and now you know court strategy and things like that. So you could burn up that many calories easily, very easy.
Well, I signed up in a league immediately. And that was another thing I thought was beneficial, because it put me in touch with people that I didn't really know at all, but I was guaranteed at least a game or two a week. I think I signed up for 1 league a week, and then I wanted to get into 2 leagues a week, and that's when I really lost the inches in my midriff, and everything else kind of firmed up.
Good.
I don't want your approval, Al.
No, I'm not saying anything about that.
I just am giving you my own observation about myself.
No, I won't say anything about my observations.
Okay.
As far as getting
Rosemary might be watching.
As far as getting in leagues, it's a very helpful thing to get in leagues, because you're up there, like you said, you're new, you don't have anyone to play with. and we feel that we keep it organized. Make you commit yourself to come in. If it snows one day, even though maybe just a little, if you're not in that league and you're not committed to play, you just say, "Ah, the heck with it, I'm not going to come in to play." So we get these leagues to make you commit yourself that you're going to come in and play, meet different people, and we try to keep everything friendly. There's 8 girls in the league, so you meet 7 different girls. So here's a possibility to find 1 or 2 girls who might have the same schedule as you, same likes, you know, maybe after the game, after you work out, you go have a cup of coffee or whatever, and you get to know each other and make a friendship there. And then when you're not in a league, because this person you've met, same schedule, same level of play, then you can come in and play on another time. And the more people you meet, the better it is for your game, because everyone has a different playing style. It's not only a matter of being right-handed or left-handed. Everybody has different, different strategies and things like that. So the leagues are good to meet people.
Right.
We try to keep it friendly up there also.
I did, and you're a marvelous group up there. There isn't a soul that I haven't met there that has been more than helpful, and always a smiling face when you come in. And you do take people right off the street there, right? They just come right in and say, "I want a court," and if it's available, you let them have it.
Sure.
Without being a member, and then they can eventually become a member if they choose to.
Right. We're right beside the bowling alley, so that helps us bring in traffic also. But we'll take someone off the street, as quick as we can, and same thing we did with you. Talk over the game, tell them how easy it is, how much fun it is, and try to get them in the league, try to get them organized, get them a lesson, get them to start playing.
Yeah, it was fun, all right. Well, listen, I really want to thank you for coming down and appearing on the show. We and the people here at Berks Cable have really enjoyed having you on, Al. And I know Al is a popular figure. You might have seen him on another show that he did with an open tournament, right?
Right. We had.
So that's still running. I just saw that last night.
Yeah, people are seeing all the time. They keep ribbing me about it.
You get any autographs late?
Did I get any?
Yeah.
No, I give a lot though now since that happened.
No, I meant. Yeah. Do people come to ask you for autographs?
Just people like you who kid around, try to get me going. I get going easy.
Okay, well listen, we're going to have to go now. We have no more time. I want to thank you for coming down. Al Saboter, manager of Colonial Hills Racquetball Club. We'll be right back to bring on the other 4 gals that I have to be on the show. But right now, let's listen to Kevin Karch, Al Simonson, do 2 originals called Julia and Daria Barr.
She means it. She holds me like she means it. But then she disappears. Oh, Julie. Oh, Julie. You haunt me, Julie. Oh, Julie. wanna jump from a burning building, walk away from a crash in a real fast car, have an understanding with a man that pays me, and maybe even be a star. Drink champagne from a silver slipper, snort cocaine right off the bar. Folks would say he's a real big tipper, and the boy, he's gonna go far, and maybe even be a star. And I know I'll be there soon, and I hope I can still write righteous tunes. I wanna face the riddle of the Sphinxes, headline the first gig on the moon, find the ace of cups and drink, but destiny is in the tunes. Touch the stars in the nighttime sky, true treasures of Daria Bar. I wanna be the twinkle in your eye and the glow that warms your heart. And I know I'll be there soon, and I hope I can still write righteous tunes. I wanna jump from a burning building, walk away from a crash in a real fast car, have an understanding with the man that pays me, and maybe even be a star. Drink champagne from a silver slipper, snort cocaine right off the bar. Folks would say he's a real big tipper, and boy, he's gonna go far, and maybe even be a star. You know, the boy, he's gonna go far, and maybe even be a star.
Oh, that was terrific. Al Simonson, Kevin Karch, professionally known as Ambones. Now, to get back to the second segment of my show, we have Women in Racquetball. With me are Amy Flickinger, Helen Deischer, Pat Bell Sterling, and Sherry Griffith. Four lovely gals. Thank you for coming, and welcome to the show.
Thanks, Carol.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, to get into something that we want to talk about with racquetball, first let's talk about this equipment. If people don't know the game, we forgot to do this with Al Saboter. Al was on earlier, and we eliminated talking about it. First of all, this is the ball, and it's soft, really relatively soft. And then this is the type racket that we use. Can you get that? It's very much easier to use, I think, than a tennis racket. Now, Sherry, why did you get into racquetball in the beginning, and how long have you been playing?
I've been playing about a year, and I had just had a second baby, and it was in the winter time, and I was ready to try an indoor sport, and I had played tennis before, and I liked racquetball, so I tried it. I had friends that played, and it was the new thing, and I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
So really have a good time. It's a good, vigorous, hour workout, much more than I had with tennis. So, and
That's what they say.
Yes, it really is.
And Pat, how about you? How long have you been playing, and why did you get into it in the beginning?
I guess I've been playing about 3 years, and I got
No wonder
into
you're so
it-
good.
I got into it. Tennis. I had played a lot of tennis, and I really guess I peaked in tennis. And what happened? I just kind of thought I'd try racquetball, and I started, and I was so impressed with these girls. I mean, they were in fabulous shape. And I played a lot of tennis, a lot, meaning like I was playing like morning, afternoon, and sometimes evening in tennis. And when I started racquetball, I couldn't believe 1 hour. I could hardly last. And that really kind of turned me on as far as the condition that these girls were in. And the challenge, it's very challenging. And I just thought, gee, I really want to learn this sport. It's not as hard to learn as tennis. Like, you can have fun
Right.
with it right away.
And the
It
ball
doesn't-
always comes back to you.
Yeah,
That's
what's
what I
so
like.
nice. Like tennis, it took a long time till I got, fairly decent that you can get a nice volley going back and forth. Racquetball, you can have fun with it right away. You really can. It doesn't take a lot of skill. And then as you get better and better, I mean, your workouts are incredible. They really are.
Yeah, I wanted to tell everybody out there, too, we have a good age representation here. None of them wanted to give their ages. So I'm just going to have to say they're anywhere from 14 to age 60. Okay, now, Helen, how about you? When did you get into racquetball, and why?
Well, I got in exactly a year ago, and I'm the 60-year-old.
You didn't have to say
But
that.
I'm only going on 40.
I see what you mean. I know Helen, yes.
I always have been interested in sports. I've played all the games, And of course, when the racquetball club opened up, I just decided I was going to try it and liked it, and I play at least 2 times a week, sometimes 3 and 4, depending on how my schedule works.
That sounds like a real tiger. Now, did you join with your daughter at the same time, or?
I really joined before she did.
Oh, I see.
And got her interested in it, and then my son got interested in it. In fact, I tried to pull the whole family in. My grandson likes to play too, but he doesn't get up there as often as the others do.
Uh-huh. And did you see yourself building a stamina over a period of time? It takes a while to be able to...
Absolutely. The first time I played, I could only play 35 minutes. But I have now already played 2 hours in one morning with only an hour break between.
2 games in the morning. Isn't that wonderful? Age 60, and you've only been playing a year. Have you ever smoked?
Oh, yeah. I smoke on and off. Right now, I'm off of it.
Did you consult a doctor or anything before you went in, or?
Yes, I did. I asked if it was all right to go and play the sport, and he said absolutely it's the best thing I could do.
You know, another exciting thing that Al Saboter and myself failed to mention was that Colonial Hills is thinking right now about putting some health equipment upstairs, along with taking heart rates and all that other stuff that I think would be so beneficial to people before they play, and to take your heart rate again after you play, which would eliminate a lot of risk, a feeling of risk anyway. Amy, and how about you?
I've been playing for about 3 years now, and I just started to play because it was fast. My mom and my dad and my grandparents and my friends play.
Do you have a lot of energy to spare?
Yeah.
Does she have a lot of energy to spare? I played this girl about less than a year ago. And at that time, she was only 13. She nearly killed me. I happened to win the game by a stroke of luck, but I'll tell you one thing. I've not asked her to play since, and will not ask anybody to play unless they're over 25 years of age. She ran circles around me. How many times a week do you play now?
Once or twice. In the winter, I play more than I do in the summer.
Why is that, the weather or convenience?
Because in the summer, I'd rather be at the pool.
Oh, I see.
And in the winter, you can go in the sauna.
Sure, sure. Plus, you're busier in the wintertime anyway, so you may as well stick to a
Get warm.
rigid
run around.
routine, you know, with school and homework and racquetball. And do you date boys or anything yet?
Yeah.
That's marvelous. Okay, well, was there something else you girls wanted to mention as far as the game is concerned? How about the women that you find that are involved in the game of racquetball? Do you find there's a certain typecast woman involved, or?
Yeah, a little bit.
We've been talking about that before.
Tennis, like I said, I played for West Side, and it was much more social, and the women weren't as aggressive as they are in racquetball. I think racquetball does breed a very aggressive gal. You know, I think it's an aggressive sport, number one. It's a very aggressive sport.
Yeah.
You're in that little room and you're really going after that ball, and it's not as ladylike or maybe as feminine as tennis would be. But I've
seen some great shots made by gals, though. In fact, some of them are missed. I mean, they'll go for a shot and miss the ball, and I said, oh, but you look terrific. You know, they look so graceful.
in racquetball.
Yeah.
Yeah, some do. Some do.
Of course,
But
we're
it
not in her
is-
league, Sherry.
It isn't.
We're not in your league. But I noticed too that a lot of people go in there to win the game. We're in leagues, and we have a playoff, and I think that people want to win, and no matter what they say, they may say, you know, I'm only here for the exercise, I don't really care, but they really do, and I think that...
I think because women were so... well, it's not proper, I guess, for a woman to admit that she is competitive, and yes, I do like to win.
Right.
You know, that's
Everybody
okay,
does.
though. I
Yeah,
love that in a
yeah.
person that can
Oh,
say
yeah.
their honest feelings about things.
As long as you can walk off of the court and say, it was a good game, you know, I might not have played very well today, and I might not have won, but it was fun, you know, and think to yourself, well, I'll improve the next time. But there are those people, I mean, you're always going to meet the person that will walk off the court and slam the door and throw their racket, you know.
Yeah.
And that'll be in tennis or racquetball.
Oh, yeah. But eventually, people will stop playing with you, and you'll figure it out. You'll get better with your temper, right?
Oh yeah, for
Right.
sure. I don't walk on the court thinking, well, you know, I don't care. I go on wanting to win and play my best. And even if I lose and know that I've played my best, I'm still a winner. I don't feel that, you know, and some of the girls, you know, they are so competitive. They'll argue over, you know, a hinder, a court hinder, or you're not sure about a point. Or
you better explain a hinder.
A hinder is sometimes like if the person's in front, like I go for a shot and my partner is in front of the ball, and I can't take a swing or I'll hit her. So you call a hinder rather than hit the person. And sometimes it's questionable, especially in the beginning. You're not really sure of hinders.
Yeah.
And some of the girls are, you know, that are more aggressive. They'll kind of question your hinder instead of just saying, "Okay, let's play it over." Neither person gets a point. And I think sometimes
absolutely
in the
take it
beginning,
over.
Especially in the beginning, I was new, and I thought, "Oh my gosh, these girls are really, you know, they're really good, and they're so competitive." And I'm thinking, "I want to get in there, and I want to be as good as they are."
Yeah.
And it just, my personality, that spurs me on. That turns me on. I guess I am aggressive, and I like aggressive sports. And I feel
it is an aggressive sport.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how competitive or aggressive I was until I got into racquetball.
Oh, for sure.
And then I realized because I wanted to improve the game, and I wanted to win, and if I lost, that was okay too because I got a good workout, and my first intention was losing some weight when I joined it.
Yeah. Don't you feel that all sports, that you do feel that way?
Yeah,
you know,
I was
the
just
better
going to say
you
that. I
get,
think it's
Yeah.
the same
the more
thing.
competitive you get
that's
because
right.
you are getting better. You know that you're capable of more, and that
Well-
makes you more competitive because
Sure.
you know that you are capable of different shots and you're capable of maybe beating that person.
But
and that
you-
does bring out something not nice in a lot of us.
You have a happy face when you lose. And my husband has a good cliche, and he said, "You show me a good loser, and I'll show you a loser." Isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
Well, I
But
think
this is something you learn with age, too.
I think we all go in with a competitive attitude, and I know I go in to win, but if I lose, I enjoy the game just as much as if I would have won.
Yeah. I like someone, too, that's going to give me a bit of a challenge, or possibly be much better than I am, so you can learn some things. It's very difficult after you achieve a certain level to go back and play with somebody that isn't quite up there yet.
Unless you're going to just teach them.
Yeah.
And because you really will not get that workout. You can't have a volley and have a good game without somebody at least your level, I would
Yeah,
think.
yeah. Now, Sherry, you have 2 children, right?
Right.
What are their names?
I have Lauren, who is 3.
Want
and
to say
Jonathan.
hello?
Oh,
Yeah.
hello, kids.
Okay.
And Jonathan, who's 18 months.
Aw. And they have a nursery at
Right,
the...
I was just going to mention that it's great. You know, they have, I don't know what the ratio is, teacher to child, but I know I have a tough child, the little one, Jonathan, and I know he can't wait to go in there now. He runs right in, and he used to scream, and the
That's his
teachers
age,
are great.
though. Yeah.
Yes, and kids love it.
Pat, how many kids do you have?
I have 2. I have a boy 14 and a little girl 12. She was just 12 yesterday. She had a birthday.
Oh.
Yeah.
And Helen, how many kids do you have?
3 adults and 3 grandchildren.
Isn't that marvelous? I just think that is so neat. Just a year ago, she tried to, started taking racquetball up. Amy, how about you and your family?
I have a cat and a sister.
And a sister, and a very active mother.
Yeah.
We all know Nancy
Say the
Flickinger.
least.
Yeah. You want to say hello to everybody? Say hello.
Hi.
Well, anyhow, I want to thank you all for coming on the show, sharing of yourselves, and I'm wondering if we covered everything that we wanted to talk about. I mean, we did talk previously a little bit, and sometimes that does spoil the effect on the show, but
Yeah.
I think also that it's almost an addicting sport.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
find
yeah.
that I want to go out there at least 2 or 3 times a week, and if I haven't played in a week, I really want to go. I don't even, once I get off, I may be physically exhausted, but mentally I really am ready to go. So
It is
Yeah,
addicting.
for sure, it is addictive.
it is, and it's sort of like I started learning bridge, too, for the first time. I had that sickness, that I really had to play all the time. And racquetball is the same way. It was like being a mad dog with a piece of raw meat in your mouth,
Yeah.
I want
think
to...
the leagues too help, that you meet people and share. Well, for example, I've met everybody here through my leagues, and
Yeah.
really
That's
had
right.
a good time, and nice people.
Yeah, they're really, and there's a ladder also. They have a women's ladder and a men's ladder, and that's another way of getting involved with more girls. When I first started, I did not have any trouble whatsoever getting girls to play tennis. I don't know why. It just happened. It was
Well,
like,
let's-
you know, it was so easy to get girls to play tennis. Racquetball, I found that I didn't know anyone, and it was kind of hard in the beginning for me to find girls to play with. And this is the reason why I had to join a league, to meet girls. And then you know, you get to, and you have that commitment that you have to go Monday morning at 9 o'clock, you know you're going to play in a league. And you get to meet more girls. And then they have tournaments also, and they're fun. They're a lot of fun.
Fun, yes, but I don't know if I'll ever sign up for one again.
They are. It's a good experience, though.
I was
It really
playing
is.
2 or 3 times a week, though, for this one tournament, and down toward the end, it was like 2 weeks before the tournament opened. And I thought I was fairly well conditioned for it. Well, it nearly killed me.
Yeah, but you play a lot. When you play in a tournament, you might play like twice in the morning and then once in the afternoon, too. Did you play?
Yeah, I did play 2 times in one day, and then the next day.
And then,
but,
and then you're keyed up, that you're not as relaxed in those as you would be in a league game. Don't
yeah,
you find?
Right. Amy and I were the last people to wind up together.
We were the first.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You should try playing at 8 in the morning.
No, thank you. No, I can barely manage 9
I
o'clock.
was so nervous I couldn't sleep at all.
I bet. But I'm sure, you got a lot of years ahead of you, sweetie, that you're going to be winning a lot, and we're all going to be watching you. This gal's going places. She's a very, very good racquetball player. Anyway, it was a stroke of luck that I had won. When she lost, she had this look on her face. So I decided to run over and hug her, and I said, please let me have this, and be happy for me, because I said, from here on out, I'm not going to be able to touch your coattails. She was progressing so rapidly. Well, listen, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming down here today, and Sherry Griffith, Pat Bell Sterling, Helen Deischer, and Amy Flickinger. Thanks for joining us, and I hope you've enjoyed yourself. We have. See you again. Bye-bye.
Doing what she can, she is free to be what she wants to be. All she wants to be is a fighting girl. Na 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 na. She's a fighting girl.
Hello again, and welcome to Girl Talk. I'm Carol White, and along with my production crew, Sherry Spillane, Pat Bell Sterling, and Sandy Kutzel, we hope to bring you the next half hour as fun and entertaining. Now, to get away from our normal format, we're going to do something a little bit different. I call this show a tribute to volunteers, the gals who've worked with me those countless hours without pay, and I tried to get them on, but they wouldn't have any part of it, so they sent their children. So we're here to see a little bit of what I call Berks County's Gong Show. Okay, now our first act to get into our show will be Kara and Carla Kutzel and Megan Ferry. They'll be doing some floor exercises. I hope you'll enjoy yourself. Okay. There we have Megan Ferry and Kara Kutzel. Now we have her sister coming on, Carla Kutzel, doing her floor exercise with a baton. That takes a lot of balance, gals. Okay, now this one's going to be a little tricky. Ooh, I never could do that as a child. Oh, terrific. Whew. Great.
Here we go.
That was terrific. Anybody who's ever done any floor exercises realizes how difficult it is to do those things. Now, I have with me on the show is